Namaskaram to all viewers of Jyotirmark. Dear viewers, in our last rendering, Yudhishthira disclosed their identity to King Drupada, who was now very much pleased with the Pandavas and offered to help them to regain their kingdom from the Kauravas. Now let's continue. King Drupada then allocated the best and most luxurious palaces with all amenities and attendants to Pandavas and Kunti. Thereafter, on an auspicious day and time, Drupada addressed Yudhishthira about Arjun's marriage with Draupadi, observing all rituals and traditions. Yudhishthira replied that not only Arjun, even he himself, Bhim, Nagula, and Sahadeva are also to get married, and so Draupadi shall be married to all five of them. This is what has been ordained by our mother, and whatever she says is our dharma and karma, said Yudhishthira. Drupada was grossly surprised to hear this and said that a man can get married to more than one woman, but a woman getting married to more than one man is unusual and unacceptable, and that it will be against the scriptures and dharma, he said. At this point, Rishi Vedavyasa arrived there, and the Pandavas and the Paanchaalas stood up and welcomed that great saint with utmost respect and reverence. Afterwards, addressing Vedavyasa, King Drupada told him about Draupadi's marriage-related incidents. Drupada requested the Rishi to tell them the right course of action based on Dharmashastras and scriptures. Thereupon, Vyasa listened to the words of Kunti, Yudhishthira, and Drushtadhyumna. Kunti requested Vyasa that she may be saved from Adharma resulting from her own words turning out to be untrue. Yudhishthira said that he will not resort to Adharma and will not speak that what is not true. He said, as per the scriptures and Dharma Shastra, marriage of Draupadi with the five Pandava brothers is acceptable, and that his mother's words will never be wasted and shall never be untrue, and obeying his mother, he is his Param Dharma. Drushtadhyumna asked how the elder brother can unite with his younger brother's wife. He requested Rishi Vedavyasa to clear their doubts and to bring in clarity in this matter. Vyasa replied to them that he shall give answers to all their questions, but before that he wanted to talk to King Drupada alone. Accordingly, they both entered Drupada's private chamber and closed the door behind them. Vyasa then told Drupada that in the past, Devas performed a satra, meaning a divine and spiritual offering with Agni Havan, which will last for a long time. For example, the Sarpasatra of Arjun's grandson King Janamejaya lasted for 12 years. In this satra, which we are discussing now, Yamadharma was the Yajaman or the main participant on behalf of all Devas. While the satra was in progress, they saw a golden lotus flowing down in the waters of the Ganga river. Devendra, the chief of the Devas, went down to the river and saw a very beautiful woman of divine radiance standing at the point of origin of Ganga river. She was collecting water from the river, and to his great surprise, Devendra saw that the tears falling from her eyes were turning into golden lotuses. Unable to suppress his curiosity, Devendra approached her and asked who she is and about the reason for her sorrow. The woman said, "O Indra, if you wish to know about my sorrow, you may follow me and see it for yourself." Thereupon, Devendra followed her to the top of a mountain where he saw a very handsome and radiant youth sitting on a throne and playing dice with a lady of divine beauty and radiance. That youth didn't pay any attention to Indra, whereupon Indra got offended and told him that he is Devendra, who is the chief of the Devas and thus the lord of this world. On hearing this, the youth looked at Indra with a smile, whereupon Indra got so frightened that he tried to run away. But then Indra lost his mobility and couldn't move anymore. That Deva then continued with his game of dice, and when it was over, he got up and told the woman to bring Indra to him. On the touch of that divine woman, Indra was drained of all his strength and he fell on the ground. Then that Deva approached Indra and told him that he should never get inflated with ahankar or ego and praise himself. "Now what happened to your greatness, power and strength?" asked that Deva. Thereafter, he asked Indra to use his strength to remove a huge stone which had been placed at the entrance of a cave on his side. When Indra tried to obey his command, he regained his own strength and then removed that stone. Looking inside, Devendra saw 4 other Indras exactly like himself in their looks and appearance. Devendra recognized them as former Indras who had ruled the heaven and earth before him. Then that Deva ordered Indra to enter that cave and join those 4 Indras. Devendra now got frightened and trembled like a leaf in the wind. Now the darkness of ego or ahankar having left him and humbled to the core, Devendra recognized that Deva as Lord Shankar himself. With joined palms, Indra cried for forgiveness, to which Maheshwara replied that those who live with ahankar and other qualities like that will not get his blessings. Then addressing those 4 Indras who were already there, Maheshwara told them that it is now time for them to cleanse themselves. Lord Shiva said that they have to take birth as humans and then fight against Adharma, performing impossible feats of bravery and heroism, while living a life of purity, adhering to the path of Dharma. So also, performing endless acts of truthfulness, kindness, and purity and charity, they will be free from all prarabdha or ashubhas and will then regain entry to Swargalok. Thereupon, the Indra who had just arrived there once again pleaded to Mahadeva for mercy and said that with the Lord's blessings, instead of being born on earth, he shall utilize a part of his divine energy to give birth to a son who will be equal to himself in all respects. Lord Shiva in his benevolence granted that request and blessed them all for their success in their undertakings. He also told them that the Swargashri, who is the same as Goddess Sri Devi, will also be incarnate as Ayonija, and with her immaculate divinity, she will be wife to all 5 of them. The names of those 5 Indras were Vishwabhuk, Bhudadharma, Shibi, Shanti, and Tejasvi. Thereupon, the all-knowing Lord Vishnu dropped 2 hairs from his body, out of which the dark one was born as Lord Krishna and the grey one took birth as Balarama. And the 5 Indras took birth as the 5 Pandava brothers. Rishi Vedavyasa continued, Paanchaali is none other than Goddess Lakshmi, for who else can take birth emerging from the stage of the yajna performed by Yaja and Ubayaja with unparalleled beauty and body fragrance spreading out to a distance of 1 yojana. Then that great Rishi blessed King Drupada with Divya Drishti or divine vision, whereupon the king saw the 5 Pandava brothers as 5 Indras in their true form, wearing golden crowns and celestial garlands and garments. Their complexion was radiant like the fire or the sun. All of them were very handsome and youthful, very tall and heavily built with broad shoulders, and they were fully decked with all celestial ornaments. Arjun, son of Devendra, stood out among them, extra radiant with his divine energies. And Drupada also saw his daughter Draupadi as Goddess Lakshmi along with those 5 Indras. Thereafter, Vyasa also told Drupada about the daughter of that great Rishi who had pleased Mahadeva with her tapas in her former birth. She asked for a husband 5 times, and Mahadeva blessed her 5 times, resulting in her having 5 husbands in a future birth. Now, the 2 boons of Mahadeva were combined in Draupadi. One was the birth of Goddess Lakshmi on earth to be the wife of the 5 Pandavas. And the second was the rebirth of that Rishi's daughter who was blessed by Mahadeva to have 5 husbands. Vyasa concluded by saying that the 5 Indras and Goddess Lakshmi have taken birth as the 5 Pandava brothers and Draupadi, and that they are on a divine mission, and in several aspects they cannot be seen or compared with other human beings. Drupada was fully convinced now and told Vedavyasa that no one can go beyond whatever has been ordained by Mahadeva. Thereafter, they went back to the Pandavas and others who were waiting and informed them that there is nothing improper about Draupadi's marriage with the Pandava brothers, as it is the will of Mahadeva. Addressing Yudhishthira, the eldest of the Pandava brothers, Rishi Vedavyasa said that the day is auspicious as moon has entered the constellation of Pushya in Kataka Rashi, and so his marriage with Draupadi can take place on that same day. Dear viewers, this is how the true identities of the Pandava brothers and Draupadi, and why and how Draupadi was destined to marry the five Pandava brothers, is described by Vedavyasa in the timeless epic Mahabharata. They also laid down a rule like, at any given point of time, Draupadi shall be the wife to only one Pandava brother for a period of 1 year. And during this 1 year period, other brothers shall not interfere with their lives in any manner. Dear viewers, here ends this episode of our rendering of Rishi Vedavyasa's timeless epic Mahabharata. Harihi Om.